Hello and welcome to my channel. It's your host Nick here once again, and as usual, I have yet another TV box stop review. On today's video, the spotlight is on the Tanix brand with the release of their latest model, and this box comes just in time for the upcoming promotion. This model is the Tanix TX28 RK3328 quad-core Android 4K TV box. After the break, I'll do a quick unboxing and a full review on its hardware and features, along with performance benchmark scores and some live demonstrations, so stay tuned, you have more in a minute. And now a word from our sponsors. GearBest is hosting a special Tanix TV box sale just in time for the summer. Take advantage of non-stop summer blockbuster prices on the latest and most popular Tanix models, even the latest Tanix TX28. Offer runs from the 4th to the 11th of June 2018, so don't get left out. Special limited quantity purchasing conditions applied to give everyone a fair chance to purchase. And now back to the review. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So this is the box that the TX28 comes in, and it's the usual Tanix logo branded box with some information here that says that it's a 4K TV box with H.265 decoding. It's got a standard RJ45 Ethernet connection, Wi-Fi support, and OTA updates. Below the box it shows that it runs on a Rockchip RK3328 quad-core CPU, on 4GB of RAM, and 32GB of internal storage. I'll give more details about its specs in just a moment, but for now I'll do a quick unboxing and move on to the next segment. So in the box, you get the Tanix TX28 TV box itself. You get this infrared remote. The remote is a standard point-and-click remote that needs a clear line of sight to work properly, but if you are a power user and perform more advanced functions like installing Kodi add-ons or playing Android games, a Bluetooth Air mouse or mini touchpad keyboard would be a better option. Another great alternative is the use of the new and improved Cetusplay app that converts your mobile device into an all-inclusive remote controller, covering all your navigation needs. See the link in the description area for more information. You get one HDMI cable, a 5V 2A universal DC power adapter, an external antenna, and a quick setup user's guide. Let's examine the box. The housing is made of plastic, with the Tanix logo clearly displayed at the top. To the back, you have one HDMI port, two USB 2.0 ports, you have one RJ45 Ethernet LAN port, you get one SPDIF 3.5mm port, and your DC power input. To the side, you have one USB 3.0 port and an external antenna. On the other side, you have a micro SD card slot. To the front, you have an LED clock display. And to the bottom, you have no ventilation holes. So I'll now connect the box to my TV, and move on to the next segment. So I'm back, and as I start up the box, you are greeted with a Tanix logo and an Android startup animation which takes a couple of seconds. Then you're taken to the launcher. The launcher has a simple design with large buttons which cannot be changed, and you also have the ability to add more shortcuts to the launcher by simply clicking this Add button and selecting which apps you would like to add. This launcher in its current form does not come with a navigation bar or status bar for easy mouse and touchpad functions. But don't worry too much about it, as Tanix usually releases a firmware update later on that includes these bars. In the apps section, I see that they have included some free IPTV apps and movie streaming apps for entertainment like Madro, FilmOnLive, Cloud TV, and RKMC, which is a Kodi build. You have Netflix if you have an account with them, however, it may only show in standard quality due to DRM limitations which I'll get to in a moment. You have the YouTube app, which is the Android TV version that shows in 4K, and the rest is some standard system utility apps. I'll now check to see if the box is rooted. It shows that the box is rooted, running on Android 7.1.2 Nougat operating system. This is great for those apps that require root access to work. However, it sacrifices DRM support and HDCP encryption, which is necessary to play Netflix in 4K quality. The DRM information shows that this box only has support for CENC ClearKey, which means that Netflix only shows in standard quality on this box. The box needs Google Widevine Level 1 support for the box to show Netflix in 4K and HD quality. This does not affect other services from showing in HD and 4K quality. Let's look at its system and hardware information. The manufacturer of this box is Rockchip, and the model is the TX28. It comes with 4 GB of DDR3 RAM, and 32 GB of internal storage. Below here it shows the available RAM and internal storage after the Android installation and apps installed on the box. The CPU is the 64-bit Rockchip RK3328 quad-core CPU, running up to 1.5 GHz. The box has support for both 32 and 64-bit ABIs, which allows the box to run both 32 and 64-bit applications. The GPU is the ARM Mali 450MP single-core graphics processor, with a refresh rate of 60 Hz. The MP without a number value indicates that it's a single core. It is also confirmed using another hardware identification application shown here. Under Network, it shows that the box has dual-band 5.8 GHz Wi-Fi support, and you can also see the signal strength link speed and the frequency. The operating system is Android 7.1.2 Nougat, and it also shows that the box is rooted. Under thermal information, it shows that the box runs between 50 to 60 degrees Celsius under normal room temperature, and this can rise up to 75 degrees under heavy activity. If you apply a passive cooling fan, it ranges between 45 and 55 degrees. The box comes with codecs for playing 4K videos like H.264, HEVC, and VP9 decoding, and a couple of others, all needed for the playback of HD media. And that's it for system and hardware information, and I'll now move on to the benchmarks. I'll first start with the RAM and memory read and write speeds. The Tanix TX28 has a RAM copy speed of 3,390 MB per second. The internal storage has a read speed of 103 MB per second and a write speed of 64. And the SD card reader has a read speed of 19 MB per second and a write speed of 12. These scores are really good for a regular movie streaming TV box. I'll now show the results of the Wi-Fi speed test. Just a quick bit of information. If you have a wireless router that has been in constant use for over a year or two, you would want to consider purchasing a new high-quality AC router. An older worn-out router will not give you your maximum speed compared to when you first purchased it. This is simply because the electronic components deteriorate over time. So the results show that the TX28 has very good Wi-Fi reception. On my 40 MB internet package, the box was able to hit the maximum on the both Wi-Fi bands and over the Ethernet connection. In the Antutu benchmark, the Tanix TX23 got a score of 59,281. This score is average for a TV box in its class. In the Geekbench 4 CPU benchmark, the Tanix TX23 got a score of 527 single-core, and 1,423 multi-core. This score is also average for a TV box in its class. And the final benchmark, which is the iStorm Extreme GPU benchmark, the box got a score of 2,182. This score is a low score for a TV box, which is not favorable for gaming. Well, that's it for the benchmarks, and I move on to the entertainment segment. The main function of a TV box is to stream movies and TV shows. What you actually watch on your TV box is totally up to you. If you are into paid subscription services, you can install apps like Netflix, Sling TV, Hulu, and Amazon Prime Video. However, due to the inadequate DRM support, these services may be limited to sub-level picture quality. I'll now run a couple of 4K video samples, all at 60 frames per second and at various formats. I'm running these samples off a USB 3.0 flash drive with fast data read and write speeds, and via the USB 3.0 port on the box. The samples ran perfectly, and the display was clear and bright with vivid colors. I'll now run a 4K YouTube video to see if the box can play in 4K quality. As you can see, the box plays YouTube videos in 4K quality, on the Android TV version. I'll now play 2 games to test the box's 3D graphics performance. The keymapping app installed OK, but it failed to work properly. So I'm compiling a list of games that uses gamepads by default, taking the guesswork out of finding good games to play. These 2 games uses gamepads by default, so let's see how they perform. This game is GT Racing 2. It's a high graphics game that uses lots of system resources.
Now we gotta focus on speed. Let's do this.
And World Cup is coming for all you soccer fans, and this game is FIFA 2016 Ultimate Team. Both games had difficulty playing on this box, which indicates that this box is not meant for extreme gaming, and one should stick to more lower-end games. So in summary, the Tanix TX28 is a good TV box for streaming movies and TV shows. It comes with 4 GB of RAM and 32 GB of internal storage. The box is rooted, it can play 4K videos at 60 frames per second, and it can play some Android games. On the flip side, the GPU isn't powerful enough for smooth 3D gaming, the Ice Storm Extreme benchmark score is a bit low, my keymapping app didn't work, the launcher has no navigation bar, and it comes with an infrared remote. So I've come to the end of my review of the Tanix TX28 4K Android TV box. If you are interested in this device, a link was placed in the description area where you can get it at an unbeatable price. Thanks for watching, remember to like this video if you found it informative, share it with your social media friends, and subscribe to this channel for more TV box stop videos.